Hola, mama.
Hola, Andrew.
I'm just gonna check something. Hey Ma, do you know what bursts my bubble?
What bursts your bubble, Andrew?
Being lonely and frustrated. People with mental illness often have a hard time socializing, right?
This is true. This is very true.
And I'm perfect proof of that. So I need to take steps. Okay, what do I need to do, Mom?
I'd say take steps to finding people that can understand and relate to you.
That's what I want. I want to find people that can understand and relate to me, but it's not that easy.
No, it's not.
It's really hard to meet people, especially when you have my condition, you know?
Your condition?
That's Matt Hardy says that.
Your condition?
Yeah, he calls his obviously his gimmick.
His gimmick.
He calls his gimmick his condition.
Okay.
So yeah, when you have a condition like I have, it's hard to meet people, and I'm lonely. I'm frustrated. I kind of feel detached from the rest of society in a way, and I want to get back into society. You know.
But there's lots of ways to do that. I mean, it's not easy. It's frustrating at times, as you see, especially when people don't understand you.
Yeah.
They don't understand what you're going through. Sometimes it's easier when people understand what you're going through. They can relate, and
I just want to relate to somebody. I want somebody I can relate to, somebody who will understand me. And I mean, obviously friends are great, but ideally I want to meet a woman and start a life, start a family, have a child someday. And it's hard when you're not working. It's hard when you're it's hard. I'm not really in the ideal situation to attract a woman.
But
I sit in my room day after day, living in an internet fantasy world. It's not really I don't look like a real catch. You know what I mean?
But there's hard work involved in doing this, and you have to push yourself out of your room. Yeah, that's a comfort zone.
When you have anxiety and agoraphobia, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because I'm comfortable in my internet fantasy world in my room, but
but it's keeping you from moving forward.
But it's also making me frustrated, that I don't have a social life. So it's really frustrating too,
So there's got to be a happy medium. You can.
And I'm trying to push through the anxiety, go to groups like the Fountain House, and go to doctor's appointments, but I need to push a little harder, I think.
I think so too. And I do believe that there are people out there that can relate, and that more than you know.
Yeah.
More than you know, there are people out there that can relate. Maybe not exactly to the situation that you're in, but they can relate.
Yeah.
It's just you've got to put yourself out there to meet them.
Without a doubt. And the more you put yourself out there, the more likely you are to meet somebody. I've been trying to go to the shopping malls and walk around, but
what are you gonna do? Really? There's like old ladies at the shopping malls.
Actually, teenagers and old ladies.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like you can't.
I mean, when I go to the coffee shop, I guess there's about people college age, or if I walk around Macy's, some of the employees there are college age. But you can't really go up to an employee and say, "Hey, you want my number?" And here's a story. When I went to a coffee shop in the mall. I guess I thought I was flirting with the woman behind the counter. She was kind of flirting with me. And then when my back was turned, like one of her coworkers said to her, "Talk to him." And she's like, "Ew, no," or something like that. So she was kind of rejecting me. And I think it's because I behave eccentric, weird, a little quirky.
That could be, see, this is where we get into what you don't know.
Yeah.
Did you really hear?
No, I did. No. Like my back was turned, and he was. There was like nobody around, and he was telling her to talk to me. This is not a delusion. This happened.
But sometimes I think we put our own. Like I thought the neighbor put something out to be spiteful. Because
I know this happened. This happens, but. Because it was clear I liked her. She could tell I liked her, and it was obvious. And I guess when my back was turned.
But then she was a douche.
Don't curse.
A douche.
That's not a curse. I mean, don't curse.
Then she was. In other words, if people are that rude, then they don't deserve your time of day. You know, would you really want to like somebody that was like that?
No, I wouldn't. She was a little too young. She was about 20, and
No, well, right there, it's immaturity.
yeah, immaturity. That's probably what it was. But
So you got a plan, you got an action, and you got the T-shirt.
my mom was away for the week. She was, let's just say you were in Kokomo, Aruba, Jamaica, but that's not where you were.
Ooh, I wanna
No, we can't use copyrighted songs.
Oh.
My mom wasn't in a tropical island like Kokomo. She was
taking care of someone.
She was taking care of somebody, and needless to say, she was struggling with her own
Issues, yes.
condition, her own condition.
My own condition, physical conditions, and being stressed because of these physical conditions. It's always trying when you're traveling and you're taking care of someone and you've got a lot of stress.
Tell me about your plane trip.
Well, first we were stuck in traffic at the airport, and it was a mile from the airport.
Yeah.
And there was so much traffic that my plane was going to be late. So, and I had a really bad stomach ache.
Okay, the audience is losing interest. You're like going on and on.
Well,
okay, but like, remember when you did the OMG Caffeine?
Yes.
Tell that story.
Oh, well, I can't have caffeine because of my heart. I get skips in my heart. And one day we all went out to eat, and there's these little squirt shots that put flavor in your water. And one was an energy drink, and the other one I wasn't really sure of. So I picked it up and I squirted it in because it didn't say that it was an energy drink. And then I looked at it and I thought it said, "Oh no, caffeine."
No, OMG.
OMG, oh my God, OMG caffeine. And I said, "Andrew, quick, look at it. It says, oh my God, caffeine." And it was really 0 milligrams of caffeine.
Yep.
It was very funny because I got panicky that I had caffeine.
Because it was like, what type of twisted beverage company would put on their little squirt? Oh my God, caffeine! That's like ridiculous. So it was 0 milligrams caffeine.
So it's funny sometimes when you need glasses and you don't wear them. You really need to wear them because you can.
But in your defense, I looked at it and I could see how somebody would mistake it for "oh my God, caffeine" because it did kind of look like that, but common sense would say it was 0
But
milligrams.
think about it: if 20 years prior, would anybody have thought of OMG? It's because we're always typing on our cell phones and we use OMG, so that's why I looked at it.
Yeah, it's like the new age caffeine, like, oh my God, caffeine. It's like an energy drink. I'm gonna have some oh my God caffeine.
So you see, it's the new age. We mistake things and we make mistakes on our phones because we're always on our phones. As people are less social, and that's a problem today too. People aren't out there as much. They are glued to their computers. So that's a problem with socialization too.
Yeah, and living in an internet fantasy world is great. Actually, it's not great. I'm afraid that a lot of the stuff I did, obviously I wasn't well when I did it, but I'm afraid that cyberbullies can lead to, might result in some of my past posts coming back to haunt me.
Just let it go and move forward. That's
Yep.
my philosophy in life. You can't live in the past. You have to live in the present.
Obviously, right now it doesn't matter because nobody cares about my existence right now. But I plan on becoming very successful. I plan on becoming, Mr. Hollywood. And when I do become successful, somebody might be like, "Oh, I have this on Andrew. Let me try and ruin his reputation." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do, but
it
doesn't really. People sometimes it actually works in your favor. I've seen situations where things work.
I've done a lot of foolish stuff, and God forbid something bad happens. You know what I mean?
So let it go. You can't live in the past. You can't.
And it's
well, it is what it is.
That is what Can I dance like this? And you say dance, dance, dance while I'm doing it.
Okay. Dance, dance,
No,
dance.
you get really into the dancing.
Dance, dance, dance.
You
Dance,
say, dance, 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 dance. Even the dog's doing it.
Dance.
That is what it is.